Hey guys, it's Pingu here with part 21 of the Dwarf Fortress tutorial. I am very sorry about not having this part out earlier. I actually got a bit distracted playing Dwarf Fortress, ironically enough. I'm sure if you're watching this tutorial, this has already happened to you. It's a very addictive game. But I've continued the fortress a little bit, and done a few things like continuing at the moat. And this is the direct aftermath of a gigantic battle. 3 ambush parties came as a human caravan did, so the human caravan was slaughtered. There was just way too many goblins, and I've also lost a lot of dwarves. You can see there's a lot of dead goblins, and even the U here for some human mercenaries they brought along. There are a lot of them. If you see in my army, if I actually go to the M page, I've lost 2 archers, but more importantly, lost 6 of the melee warriors. Actually, this one's 5, but from each of the squads, I'm hurting quite a bit now. But it's trying to show you a few things. I'm going to use this tutorial part to cover up anything I realize I missed in the previous tutorials or anything misleading. Like, the first thing misleading is prepare to fire will not automatically fire when there's somebody in range. You have to change it to fire at will the instant you want to fire, and he will launch one. I don't want to do one now, so please do not unpause once it's prepare to fire, because it will travel through quite a few of your dwarfs there and kill as many as it can. So the human caravan was destroyed, but you can see this this liaison, or however you say it. I will not attempt to. I think somebody commented on that. How I cannot say it, but he will show he's somehow survived. But for everything that didn't survive, I can hit Z, go to the stocks page, and go down, and you see there's a bunch of Fs. Now, usually when you're done with the fight, there'll just be Fs over some weapons, some ammunition, and whatnot. But we actually, since the caravan was destroyed, we get a lot of free stuff here. The humans will not take this kindly. They may declare war on us, although I'm not sure because their liaison came out alive. But you just want to unforbid all these things. So hit F over all of them, and just like that, we've expanded out our collection. Now, a lot of the goblins and whatnot will just have some weapons, some armor. The armor is usually just leather and pretty useless, but you see this, the stuff like some steel short swords and some bronze stuff. It's really quite useful. So just go through all the pages, and after such a slaughter like this, we're now rolling in the Benjamins. Although we may have lost the trade ally, because this embark location, only the humans have been showing up, and the dwarfs. Dwarfs will always show up. Which is kind of a good thing, I mean, with only the humans, because the elves are pains to deal with. They will not take any wooden gifts, and if you, they will not trade any wooden things, and if you try and trade any wooden things, they'll storm out, and maybe even declare war on you after a few tries. So, that's the humans are only coming, but they may not come again after this. Now, I've gone through and built up the fortress, everything I've ignored. There's also a few things, like there's a few hurt dwarfs down here. I have to go over each of them. This guy's just hurt his right upper leg. This guy's hurt a little bit more. You can see what things are hurt. I think there's even a guy down here. I don't know where he is. I think it is this guy, but if he doesn't get treatment soon, he loses all these arms, or loses his arms. It's really kind of unfortunate, but. No, it must be this guy that the Chief Medical Dwarf is treating. He's suturing him right now. If we go over, Chief Medical Dwarf is suturing him. Any new hurt dwarfs, your Chief Medical Dwarf will need to diagnose them. And once they've been diagnosed, you will see what's wrong with them. So this guy, now the Chief Medical Dwarf's gone on. This guy, yeah, this is the one I was looking for. He doesn't have any arms anymore. He's lost... it's really quite gruesome. And he's also hurt a little bit more. But if we hit Z and go to the health tab, we get to see all the health status in our fortress. So we have this dog wants some diagnosis, which is a bug. But we go down to the actual things. We've got this guy. He needs a dressing. He needs another dressing and immobilization, and he's faint. But we don't know what FNT means. So if you actually hit right arrow, they'll toggle through the keys. I mean the key. So that means faint, and once more we can see what the other stuff are. If you hit right once more again, I will, or actually another time, it will actually go into a different series of keys and whatnot. The less important stuff. So this guy's got some motor nerve damage and sensory nerve damage, and his standing is impaired, and his grasp is impaired, and cap X exclamation means he's broken tissue. So you can go through and just see what's wrong with all your dwarfs in the fortress. We've got quite a few here. They need a lot of suturing and a lot of bandaging. And we'll have our dwarf see that. We even have this baby here that's hurt. Yeah, I had one of my I think a wolf kill a baby or something. Like its mother was an accident. Like, it was a soldier and promptly killed the wolf, but the wolf grabbed the baby just in time and managed to kill it. It was really unfortunate. Those guys will be treated. There are a few bugs with healthcare that I'll go over very quickly. The biggest few are that soap will not be stored in the hospital. A gypsum plaster for casts will not be stored in the hospital. So I've made some little stockpiles here, although this one's not working because I have stone, I have gypsum plaster enabled, and this one is actually working. I have soap enabled, bars of soap. Another bug with soap is if you hit I and you go to enable some job cancellations. See, there's a lot of spam coming up. We even have some hurt dwarfs that are just trying desperately to not get treated. It's another bug. So they'll be too injured to work, but we have a few down here. Cancels clean self area inaccessible. Now this bug is fixed by, or not fixed, but ignored by hitting Z, going to the stocks page, going down to the bars. We want bars, and forbidding the soap. So they will try and use the soap, but they'll find out they can't use the soap. Area inaccessible for whatever reason. It's really a stupid bug. But once you forbid the soap, they will clean themselves. Like this guy, you're just using water, and eventually when they're done cleaning themselves, you can enable the soap again for whatever healthcare purposes, because people can die of infections if you do not clean them with soap. So it's just something to know. I think that's it for this tutorial. I don't want to go over time because there's quite a bit to cover. And what is this? A baby? Yeah, somebody had a baby. See, it pauses the game when they have a baby, but not when somebody dies. It's so frustrating. But that's it for this part, and I will see you next part.